like us, for example, all of us coming from a background of publisher, NGOs, and IBI sections, we all should work together to curate something that will help children to understand the value and understand the culture. I mean, AI should support the children learning, but not to depend on AI with the storytelling or even with the book. So, in conclusion, I think children content rests on three essentials: strong stories that anchor imagination and identity, trusted curation that protect and guides families, global perspective that content children across culture, and I think stories remain our most powerful tool, stories that travel and children who travel through stories.
Thank you, Marwa. It's spot on. I'm fully agreeable with you that AI should assist and not take over, especially for children. And I think it's general publication. But of course, the rave around the world is all technology at the moment. So our next speaker, Mr. Jiang Mingjiao. He was the former IBI president. And he has vast experience, and coming from one of the largest literature promoting countries. What do you see in the context of content and global connection, whereby China has a role, but at the same time, taking into account what Marwa is saying, the role of technology, how do you see the connection?
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction, and thank you, Datin Mastula, for inviting me as well. Yes, and thank you for your invitation, and thank you, Marwa, for sharing your viewpoint about the future of children's content. I cannot agree with you more. Yes, we share the same point of view. Yeah, but coming back to the questions you raised, but you see, content and connections. I have to say that this year's Selangor Book Fair, the theme, connecting heart and mind, is the best explanation and abstract of the spirit of how to do content and connections. Take China as an example. I have to correct you, my brother, because China is not the biggest population anymore. We are the second. The biggest is India, our neighbor friend. Yes. We are very happy to be the second, because when we were the biggest, there was a population we called family planning or population control things. People were under pressure, raising more kids because the policy was not allowed. And that curbed the number of readers for children's books. But nowadays, the government encourage more births of children because India is now the biggest, so we feel relaxed a lot. For the content, I think the connection is because children's reading is the starting point of a reader in his or her life. Without reading, a person can hardly grow fully his humanity, his spirit, imagination, creativity, innovation, whatever these things. There is an English word sentence said that you are what you read. So reading is critical, is crucial, especially for young persons. And children's books are the foundation for nurturing a person into a full developed human being. And the connection with technology is very crucial as well. considering the AI age, AI time now, nowadays a lot of contents can generate it after a button. Just press the button and a lot of contents arrived very quick. If without expertise, parents may just simply pick up. But the contents, the value, the quality, the editorial work are very bad. So children doesn't have more time to read. So the quality is very important to save time and energy for them, and also try to bring them back to the right track that our adults have full responsibility. So AI technology can be assistant, but we cannot block it. We have to embrace it, because as time goes by, it really develops, and it can also help to develop high quality content. And also for connection, contents connection is among different nations, among different cultures. This is also very important. For this Selangor International Book Fair has set up a very good platform for exchanges, for connecting different parts of the world in terms of culture, contents, expertise, technology, data, information, etc., so that we can have more chances to create better content and to be shared by many more, not only in one single country, but in many other countries. And I really feel grateful for your Datin Hamastullah and your team to have set up such a wonderful platform for international publishers, writers, illustrators, librarians, whoever in this industry to meet in person and discuss and exchange point of view. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Minjo. Coming from a person who has vast experience, there's a lot of responsibility amongst publishers and reading promoters about how do we connect with the rest of the world with content. And of course, AI and other forms of technology is important, but it does not rule the whole thing. Okay, next to Mr. Fred Min, my good friend here, he's synonymous with the romantic island of Winter Sonata. I guess those of my age will remember Winter Sonata. I'm not sure about the younger ones. Fred and his team is the most prolific team that handles the Hans Christian Andersen Award, the world's most prestigious children's literature award. And Nami Island has been the main sponsor for the past many years, and they've got so much experience. At the same time, Nami Island handles the Nam Book Fair every 2 years, which is a very sought after event to be attended by many. Fred, what do you see in terms of content and connection with the global world, where Nami Island has played a significant role with all your experience, and how has that benefited you, Nami, as well as the rest of the world?
Okay, thank you for inviting me, Datin Paduka, to this book fair. It's a privilege for me, and thank you for mentioning that we are playing a significant role in this field of children's literature. Nami Island, as you mentioned, is quite a popular global touristic destination in South Korea. So we are visited by about 2 to 3 million people annually, and about 30 to 40% of the tourists who are visiting our island are from foreign countries. So naturally, we have to be always culturally sensitive, and the cultural exchange with different organizations around the world has been always very important to us. So since the very beginning, we have been actively seeking out different partners who we can work together, learn from each other, and communicate on a deeper level. People sometimes ask, you are a touristic resort. You don't have to be necessarily so culturally oriented. But we like to believe Nami Island is not just a mere touristic resort. It's not just about the numbers or the volumes or just the number of visitors or the profit, but it is we strive to make it into a place where people can be inspired, where children can learn, and where people can actually dream together, regardless of the race or ethnicity or religion or culture. So with that vision, that how to get there is the cultural exchange. And one of the key aspects of that is children's books. We have been focusing on for the past about 20 years. As Reza mentioned, since 2005, we have been holding the Nambook Festival, which is a Nami Island International Children's Book Festival, biennially. Starting actually this year, it's become an annual event. So every May, there will be a Children's Book Festival on Nami Island. And biennially, we have also Nami Concours, which is our international picture book illustration competition, which is highly regarded around the world. And it's also a platform where people can connect and all the aspiring artists to encourage them to become a better illustrator, to create better picture books. So those are some of the activities that we feel and is very important in terms of to reaching out and to communicate and to become friends with people from different culture. By doing so, make Nami Island more sustainable.
Thank you, Fred. Interestingly, Fred has mentioned Nami Concours, which is one of the most prestigious illustrators award globally, not just in Asia. And it serves as the benchmark for quality illustrations, and they have handled it very well. Of course, Fred, I must mention that in Selangor, we have the Yusuf Gajah Illustrators Award, which is up and coming to compete with Nami Concours. But I would not use the word compete, we rather compliment, because we are inspired by what you do, and we hope to be able to encourage more of the illustrators in Malaysia to also participate in Nami Concours as well as your YJIA. Yeah? Okay, that concludes round one. I sound like a boxing competition compare, but with due respect to Her Excellency Marwa, let's go to round two. I must stop calling it round. Yeah, and the next question I'd like to address to Her Excellency Marwa. How does Sharjah and its cultural institutions, such as the House of Wisdom and UAE BBY, help build global connections for children through books and stories?
Thank you, Ahmed. So our institutions create immersive experiences that let children step into global stories. And I want to give you an examples of those immersive experiences. So Sharjah intentionally creates programs that select themes that spark cross-cultural dialogue and deepen children's understanding of different values, tradition, and worldviews. When a child, for example, in Sharjah, engaged with a story from another culture, let's say from Malaysia, they will enter a conversation with that culture. And I have some pictures here with some initiatives that we've implemented in House of Wisdom. So here you can see our summer camp, which called Trip Around the World. Every day, the registered children will start their day with a storytelling. For example, if it was like a story, or they are going to travel to Malaysia. So they will start with a story that's being written by an author from Malaysia, and they will enter to that world from different and immersive workshop. So they will learn about their culture, learn about the food. They will start also doing a hands-on creative workshop, even like immersive experiences and 3D workshop, 3D printing, because we have in House of Wisdom, there is also a fab lab, our fabrication lab. So every day, those kids will travel from one word to another, from one country to another, just to highlight and to know and to understand other cultures. There is also another exhibition or another event that we do also yearly. It's called the Enchanted Gardens, if you can see here. Every year we celebrate international tale. For example, in this picture, you can see the Wizard of Oz. So for around, let's say, 10 to 15 days, the children can come and celebrate this international story by having also a theater show, storytelling, even like workshops around this story. And why we are doing that? To connect those children to the global and international stories. Also, there is another, I think, I don't know if my team can display another, yeah. So here, there is a very beautiful project that we do under the UAE BBY. And I don't know if you know what is IBI. Maybe if you can explain what is IBI to the audience before I...
Okay, IBBY, International Board on Books for Young People, where all of us are involved actually. Marwa is president of UAE BBY. Min Zhao has been executive committee member and former president of IBBY, of course very active in China. Fred is main sponsor of the Hans Christian Andersen Award and IBI Trust Committee member. And I've been a IBI president before and president for Malaysia, and now I chair the IBI Trust. So we are a global NGO that promotes reading and children literature. We bring books and children together to sum it up in a very concise way with a view of promoting good values, bridging the divide, bringing everyone together, and we hope through reading of good quality books, the children who are the leaders of tomorrow can be given a very strong or very good dose of good values, good thinking that will lead to a better world in the future.
So those pictures are from a project called Folktales Reimagine. Folktales Reimagine, we connect illustrators from our country to the other country that we are going to celebrate their folktales. So what's happened here, we share our folktales, like 5 folktales from our culture to 5 different illustrators from, let's say, we did that project with Korea. So we send them our folktales and vice versa. So what happened here, a beautiful exhibition that showcase how the illustrators from a different culture reimagined our story and the opposite. And we display it in a very beautiful exhibition. So here you will see the Korean one in the Children's Public Library in Seoul.